Okay. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl Hasina,
Hey y'all, it's Dr. Lanisha checking in.
And it is your girl, Dr. Love. What's up?
welcome to Three the Hard Way, where the conversations are real and the truth is unfiltered.
Listen, it's your favorite ladies here. We're talking about the wild, wonderful, and sometimes messy world of life and relationships.
Man, we are not here to be perfect. We're here to tell real stories, give real feedback. This is a place where everybody can feel seen.
And it does not matter what your current status is, married, dating, single, if it's complicated, trust me, there will be some gems in this podcast for you.
Listen, this is your space to laugh, reflect, and take those actionable steps to live the life of your dreams.
Hello, we are here to do the hard work and the heart work
Hey,
together.
I love that. Let's get into it.
And
let's
let's go.
get into it, y'all.
Okay, glows and
All right.
grows.
So listen, we're starting off with the glows and grows. So let me tell you, the glow is that I attended the 54th annual legislative conference with the Congressional Black Caucus in Washington D.C. last
Woo-hoo.
weekend. Listen, there's some recaps on my social media. So if you're not following me on social media, I suggest that you do, okay?
Get into it.
Now, my grow for this week, something that I'm still working on, is not allowing the behaviors of someone who is not a girl's girl, who is not a lady's lady, a woman's woman,
Mhm.
however you choose to say it, not allowing their behaviors to impact me
Mm.
for a long amount of time. Okay. I don't desire to be around people, women who are not girls, because I just love us down, especially my black and brown sisters. Okay. So
Yeah.
if I notice that you are not a girl's girl, trust and believe we won't spend too much time together. So
Mm.
I am working on not allowing it to impact me for a long period of time. But listen, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not the one of the two. Okay.
Hello.
So don't
Period.
play in my face. What about y'all?
Woo, my glows and grows this week is just wow, honey. I found myself in a simple traffic stop and somehow ended up a viral sensation all over the internet. I really, you know what, let me be more specific.
Please.
I had no patience. I had absolutely no patience to be stopped. I have no patience with law enforcement. And I got to work on that. That's my growth. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Y'all don't
All
even
good.
gotta ask. I'm gonna
Okay.
drop the link in the group chat.
Okay.
Thank you.
Continue
But
to please.
truthfully, I gotta work on this for real because the
Yeah.
climate in the world right now does not support me being impatient with
Mm.
authority. So, in
Yeah.
all seriousness, I'm glad I got out alive, but in the moment, it was awful. It was
Oh my
terrible.
goodness.
And I'm like, of all the things going on in the world, the body cam footage that y'all want to put out to the world is my cute self
Oh.
getting hemmed up by the fucking police. Like, give me a
Oh,
break. Okay. Like
Oh.
I got some work to do. I do. So pray for me, pray for my patience, because it's short with them.
Okay.
Short.
yeah.
Okay.
But the
Listen,
glow
I
is that
gotta
I'm
double
here today.
down.
That's the
I
glow.
got to double down on the fact that I am so glad that you made it up out of that traffic stop.
Yes.
Listen,
Yes.
shout out to my homie for even telling me she saw me on the web. Okay, like I ain't
Right.
gonna. I'm gonna let her remain anonymous, but
Yeah.
girl, I love you, the realist.
Period.
We're gonna be
I love
waiting.
what
Period.
you.
We're gonna be waiting on you to drop that footage. Okay.
I
I
know.
just
Let
I
me
want to
go
see
ahead and
it
just do it
all.
right now.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Drop the
We-
link,
We
sis.
glad you're here. We glad you made it
At
here.
least I'm like, at least I was cute. I was very much
Period.
okay.
And if you're gonna get arrested, if you're gonna get
Like, at least be cute.
yeah, the heck, you better. Okay.
The worst.
Well, I'm not so exciting. This week, my girl, my glow is kind of interrelated, but in a nutshell, freedom. Like my grow is learning what gives me the sense of freedom and what gives me peace, and my glow is I'm making actual steps to, have that in my life. And so, at one point, it was about, oh, I've always wanted this, and this. And at this point, I'm like, no, I don't want none of that. I want to just be able to travel, eat good food, spend time with my family,
Yeah.
So I'm learning like what really matters and what really brings me, inner peace and happiness. And so that's
Love
my grow
that.
and my glow.
I
Okay.
love that.
I
So
love that.
we got a few shout outs today.
Shoppies.
So
Shout
let me
out.
go ahead and start with the congratulations, Dr. Nisha.
Yes, yes, yes. Y'all, I want to send a huge congratulations out to my son Amir and his band mates. Okay, they won first place in nearly every single category
Yeah.
of their most recent competition in Tennessee last week. So congratulations to y'all.
Woohoo!
Shout
Congratulations.
out here, killing
Shout
it.
out to Sunny Boy. And then we got some birthdays too, right?
Yes, yes. I want to say a very, very happy birthday to my daughter Evelyn. She is 16, y'all. Ooh,
Woohoo! Pray for her.
I got
Happy
two
birthday.
I got two 16-year-olds, y'all. Pray for me.
Yeah, real time.
They're going up, sis.
Thank
They're
you.
going up.
I mean, I'm trailing behind. I gotta give a little shout out. My youngest daughter, her birthday is tomorrow, so this is us kicking off her birthday today. Um, did a
Ah,
little goat yoga.
little weight.
Right
Oh
there getting
Lord.
trampled on.
Oh
That's
my
what
God. I
we
love it.
Oh my
do.
goodness. Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
Mimi.
Yeah, so we got some stuff planned for tomorrow, but we kicking it off today. So happy birthday to my baby. And then we
Love
gonna go
it. Last
today.
but not least, happy heavenly birthday to Mama Blanche.
Yeah.
It's been a long 12 years, but you just keep on pushing through. And I can say that today, I can wish her happy birthday with no tears, all love.
Oh, happy birthday, mom.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
We love you.
happy birthday. We love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Get
we're
into
gonna
it.
jump in today. We're gonna get into the main topic, okay?
Let's do it.
So today we are talking about unkiltered coping. It might sound a little bizarre, but we're talking about how we used to cope with stress in
Mhm.
life, because life be life and for everybody. So we hoping we can help somebody today.
Yes.
And then we're gonna talk about how we cope with stress in life now. But we're gonna start with how we used to. So I'm gonna just kick off
Oh,
with a little video. Now I tried to find the cleanest, most appropriate one I could. I'm just gonna say
probably
that.
was tough.
But
Probably was tough.
we used to be outside, okay?
Out
We used to be outside.
streets was calling.
Now I don't know who let me outside
But
with
why is y'all so fine in that
girl.
Hey,
video?
I don't know what was happening with my whole shebang, but we was having fun. I remember that.
we look good, girl. We look good.
We was having fun.
Right.
So part of, I'm just gonna kick it off. Part of my stress relief, at least back then, was being outside, shaking a little
Hmm.
tail. And then I found
Yeah.
out that I was having a drink like every day. And I didn't even realize it. But my older sister, Lynette, say her name, she was like, "You a
Hey,
lush."
Lynette.
Right, yeah, yeah. Watch this, Lynette.
Girl.
She was like, "You a lush." I was like, "I ain't no lush. What you talking about?" She like, "You drink every day." And I'm like, "I sure
Boy.
do." It was helping
Am I?
me, feel like I was knocking the edge off every day. I didn't realize it was every day. This
Yeah.
not liquor, I promise.
You turned over a new leaf.
What about y'all?
Woo! Well, honey, for me, it was sex, drugs, and rock and roll, child. I
Yeah.
was having a good time. That was my coping mechanisms. Like it was okay. What a party is tonight! Like,
Mhm.
baby, come on, let's go. We outside. A little dibble here, a little dabble there. Just anything to in that moment
Hmm.
make you forget about life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I had a time, but I can say
Yeah.
today, that may not be the best course of action to
Mhm.
cope.
Okay. Let's
But we
move.
keeping it real.
We
We
keeping it
keeping it
real.
real on Three the Hard Way. So that's just what it used to be.
Hmm.
Mhm. Speaking of keeping it real, y'all, and let me get this disclaimer. I lived in the States where this was legal, okay?
Okay.
Back then, I
Okay.
too used to numb with edibles, THC edibles, okay?
Mm.
And again, for those in the back that may not have heard me the first time, I lived in the state back then where it was
Legal.
illegal, okay?
Right. Right.
For recreational and medicinal purposes, okay?
Period.
But I would. And it's interesting because I used to be someone who was totally against THC at all. I mean, altogether, I was against it. I mean, against substances because of my
Yeah.
family history as well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
um, with addiction. And
Yeah.
I was against it till I wasn't against it. Uh,
That part. Seriously.
But I used to use it. It's almost like after the day has ended. Okay, some of us have a glass of wine. Me, I used to have a glass of an edible.
Ugly.
Listen, whatever it takes.
Ooh, them things kick in a little late. I mean, not that I know. But yeah.
I mean,
But
the secret is you consume it, you don't let it consume you. And if you don't have that control, then just don't do
don't
it.
even do it. But
Mhm.
can I just say, Dr. Nisha raised a good point because you talked about addiction in your family and how you tried to avoid it, but then found yourself kind of embracing some. And all I could think about was how my Barbie doll clothes used to be in purple Crown Royal bags. Like I used to keep my Barbie doll
Are you
accessories.
serious?
And now that I think back, shout out to my pops because he's still cool. But I'm like, Daddy, why would you let me use a
Damn.
whiskey bag to keep my Barbie clothes? We always had a bar,
Mhm.
always had some on it. The only thing that kept
Mhm.
me away from it back then was I didn't like the smell. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, ew,
Yeah.
Daddy breath smell like charcoal. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Then I got older and I was like, where's the charcoal? No.
Let me
But
see what
anyway.
that do.
So
Shout out to those Crown Royal bags though, because baby, we put
No,
some
for
of
real.
everything in there:
Such
buttons,
a classic.
chains.
she said,
Definitely
so it
change.
fits. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I probably still got a couple. But
Wow.
okay. Now I let me just say, have I changed some of my coping strategies? Absolutely. But I just want to give us credit. I want to give
Yeah.
us credit because there was a point in time where we were doing pretty positive things to cope. Y'all remember this?
I'm
We
tearing shit up. Yep.
Yes.
I remember we was all just stressed about work, kids, life. It was just a lot going on. And we got up one day and we was like, we just want to fuck some shit up today.
listen.
The right
We
way.
had to set some shit up before we tore somebody up. So
Yeah,
I
because
think
my
I think
my
that was
ex
great.
husband head was on the chopping block, baby, and it was like, I'm finna swing this bat at you, or I'm gonna go over into this rage room. That was
Yeah,
literally one
Mhm.
of the best experiences
it
I think
was.
that I've ever had with y'all. It was just 10 out of 10 for sure.
It was
Okay.
great. Shout out to you, love, because I think you're the one that found that for us.
Yep,
If I was, thank you. Because we going
yep.
tomorrow. Because listen, I'm for real.
Oh,
We found one We are going tomorrow because my
on Mother's
younger daughter
Day.
for her birthday, she said she want to tear some stuff up, and I'd rather her do it that in my house. So
Right.
I think it's an ongoing thing because life be life, but sometimes it do it in a different way. Like
Yeah.
previously, my stress was more about um hustling, working,
Yeah.
relationships. And then once I realized, like, man, that's not gonna consume my time, then it's like my children having anaphylactic shocks.
Yeah.
Okay. And all, and so it's like, but they need me and I gotta be
Mhm.
okay. So if I'm not
Exactly.
cognizant, if I'm like, man, I had a tough day and I do it, I can't do no else. They kicking
Yeah.
later and I don't be thinking it worked. So I take it and be like, man, it didn't work. And then I do something else and then it kick in and then it's over.
Girl, it hits you like a ton of bricks, don't it?
It's bad. So anyway.
Y'all, if I may, y'all know another unhealthy coping mechanism that
Mm.
sometimes we don't even pay attention to that I used to do is
Hmm.
people pleasing. I used to say,
Yeah.
yes, okay, I can, no problem. I got you to everyone, and almost everything to avoid conflict, even when it was at my expense.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do, I got you, I got you, I got you. Okay, cool, no problem. And before I knew it, I was just like, well, damn, I done said yes to all of y'all. And I don't even have any more yeses left to me
For
Mm.
for
your
me.
damn
You know how we
Yep.
be like, I don't got no more fucks to give. I had no yeses for myself, and that was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
That's tough.
When you're in that, and I agree because I used to do the same thing, but nobody could have ever told me it was people pleasing. I just thought I was being there for my friends and
Mm.
for my family.
Mm.
But
Mm.
when you look back, because hindsight is 2020, it's absolutely people pleasing when you do things for other people to your own detriment.
Wow. Wow.
And you have to first accept that that's what's happening before you could do something about it. So once that light bulb goes off, then you can make a change, switch
Mhm.
those coping mechanisms to ones that are beneficial to your own well-being, not everybody around you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm. So saying
Mhm.
yes just so you, I mean, so listen, I heard a good message last week, and a gentleman, this is my first time hearing it, but it probably wasn't new. But he was like, you gotta choose your hard, HARD. And he's
Hmm.
like, you can live without boundaries or you can work on instituting boundaries. Both are gonna be hard, right? You
Yeah.
could be hustling to stay out of debt or you could be living in debt. Both are gonna be hard. You could be in a toxic relationship, you could be spending some time to yourself until the right person comes up. Both have its
Yeah.
own levels of being hard, but which one
Yeah.
you gonna choose? And so, some hards you choose gonna keep you along the same path. Some
Yes.
hards you choose gonna actually catapult you into the direction of growth that you need to go. But
Yeah.
both are hard, and we'll do what's easy. We'll do what's normal, right, or what we didn't got used to, as opposed to this is gonna be hard, but it's gonna take me where I need to go because this other shit hard too. You just
Mhm.
used to it.
Yep.
So picking your heart, but
Whew.
And you know what?
Lord
Love
knows, I
oh,
used to
go ahead.
want to pick the easy. My bad. Go ahead.
mm,
Same. I think that that's pretty much the same thing that I'm going to point out, Dr. Niche, is that we also learn a lot of those bad coping skills
mhm,
from our parents. Like,
Yeah.
whose parents had excellent coping skills?
mm.
Because my mother used to smoke Virginia Slim menthol lights, if I remember correctly, and isolate herself or overwork herself. So a lot of
Mhm.
those behaviors I learned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you have
yeah,
to be taught coping skills.
yes, yes.
Mhm.
And that could
Mhm.
be if you try some therapy one day. Now listen here, along the same lines. I never forget my dad. He been in law enforcement my whole life, and he had a little younger homie that was closer to my age. And the homie gonna tell me what my dad said to him, and I was blue. I was blue embarrassed. He said, "Your dad told me in this line of work, it's either sex, drugs, or alcohol. That's how you supposed to cope in law enforcement." And I was like, "Why would my dad be teaching? Why would he be teaching somebody?
Like, he ain't learned nothing. He ain't listened to nothing you said.
You know, you teaching somebody, hey man, you gotta get some, snort some, or drink some. No."
Mhm. Yeah. But it's interesting though, because if I not if I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really learn about coping skills and really implementing them because I didn't even have the language to what I was experiencing. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't, although I am a therapist, I really didn't get my own therapist until I was in my 30s.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, I can try this. I can try that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Well, that might work. And then I started putting the language to the unhealthy ways that I was coping. When to your point, Mimi, I was definitely like, oh, I think I'm just helping. Oh, I'm just,
Mhm.
achieving, going after the next thing. Okay, what do I have to get next? And all of those things, I thought that was a part of how I was supposed to navigate through life. But when I started learning that, like, oh, you trying to tell me I ain't got to do this stuff? Well, what can I do?
Yeah.
And I started learning healthy coping skills and coping
Yeah.
mechanisms. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. I,
Okay.
you know, I, I wrote my therapist a letter. I was like, girl, you all right with me?
I
Yes.
said, "Thank you, ma'am." Well, let's pivot to that because we're gonna be getting to the group chat real soon. But let's pivot to how. What do y'all do now that's more positive? And how you deal with life when life be lifing. Like, what are y'all doing now?
Hmm. I'll take it. So for me, I had to slow down. And I
Mhm.
think that sometimes the healthy coping skills seem boring.
Mm-hmm.
But in all honesty, it was the only way for me. Like, I had to pump the brakes on everything that I was doing for everybody, even myself, so that I could analyze the situation. Like, a lot of times we don't stop or slow down to analyze what exactly is going on. So that's what I did. What do you want? Who's most important? I had to start prioritizing people in my life. That might sound harsh, but it's necessary.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
necessary. And I started journaling. I had to meditate. Like, I could go on and on, but I think those were the most important skills that I had to start implementing to
Yeah.
bring some balance back into my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Vaccination.
The biggest one for me is that I had to start vocalizing my needs. In
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
addition to numbing, I used to also just not say anything, deal with things on my own, isolate. As I heard
Mhm.
one of you say earlier, I
Yeah.
used to just isolate and deal with it on my own. But what I learned is that I needed to vocalize what I needed. And I needed
Yeah.
to communicate my feelings openly to my
Yeah.
friends, my family, and
Yeah.
others involved, even my children. Like, vocalize what you need because
Mm.
people don't know what you need if you are holding it in to
Yeah.
yourself. And
Okay.
so that was the biggest one for me. In addition to, therapy, getting a mentor,
Yes.
and resting.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
Dr. Love, what about you? How did you pivot to healthy coping skills?
In a lot of ways. Well, no. So, in all honesty, I've been leaning more so into fitness,
Mhm.
and because when I'm coping with something, I need to feel something different. I need to
Mhm.
feel something, and so I don't need to feel tipsy. I don't need to destroy something.
Yeah.
Listen, I do this Pilates class. This instructor, she got to be 65. This is
I
probably one of the
love that.
strongest women I never seen. I'm like,
Ah.
how? She like a little Mrs. Santa Claus. She's so cute,
Aw.
Mrs.
Love
Claus.
that.
But me and the kiddos, we can't even keep the moves as long as she do. She's like, all right, you got five more. And so I feel that burn just doing more
Mhm.
like fitness oriented, and then I'm just trying to get into clean eating more. Like it's so I feel like even if stress levels are getting high, I can feel something different by hopping on that bike.
Yeah.
You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? I did hot yoga yesterday. Why y'all ain't tell me not to do that again? Because we did that before, and I shouldn't have did it again. I'm in
It's
there.
the best.
I'm in there pan. I look at the thermostat because I'm next to the wall. Luckily, I'm like, did that it say 89?
It's
Is
so
this
good.
is this a death chamber? I had to stick it out though. But I felt good after. I felt like I pushed my body in a way that I wasn't thinking about nothing else going on.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
But it was bad.
Yep.
Mhm.
It was bad.
And I think that's not talked about enough. I feel like working out in general is always associated with somebody trying to get skinny. Oh, I
Mhm.
want to lose this belly. Oh, I want to get down to 125 or whatever the
Yeah.
goal might be. But exercise is literally therapy.
Yeah.
Like so all you have to hold on to is like surviving the next set.
Right.
So
Yeah.
all those things that may be
Yeah.
weighing on your mind, like you can't even think about that.
Yeah.
And after
Mhm.
you do it, like you said, Dr. Love, you don't leave the gym and want a double cheeseburger. Like you feel good and you want to eat something good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's really like, at least for me, I'll say for me, after I do all of that, I don't want to undo it
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the unhealthy meal. So I don't, it shifts your mindset and it's not talked about enough as a form of therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
dope. It releases exercise releases a happy chemical in your brain,
Mm-hmm.
endorphin. And
That's a
so that is
Yeah.
also super dope. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I have not gotten to the point to where I love working out.
that's
Like
okay.
I don't like it at all. Is it necessary? Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you know how they say they got that runner's high. I have
Yeah.
gotten to a point where I'm trying to find that walker's high because
You
that's
like
out the
it's a runner's low. You said
You
it's a
just
runner's
have to
low.
find your
Mhm,
workout. You just
Mhm.
haven't found your workout because I didn't always like it. I would dread it. It would be hard to stay committed. So
mhm.
you have to find what your workout is. Who knows?
Yeah,
And it could be walking.
yeah. I got to get back to it because I used to work out and I used to like look forward to doing it. Still didn't love it, but I used to look
Yeah.
forward to doing it.
It's
But I
steps.
think because I was married to the idea of the outcome, and to your point, Mimi, it was I used to work out so that I can look a certain way. Not
Hmm.
necessarily to lose weight, but I wanted to look a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm reframing my mindset now to where really working out is a necessity, especially as I grow older.
Yeah.
It is really a requirement, something that I must do.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I've been walking, I've been sweating, and I wear
Woo-hoo.
a weighted vest. So if I can walk
Good.
every single day with my weighted vest, I'm like, okay, girl, you doing something.
That's
Yeah.
good.
It's a start. Listen,
Yes.
I have fallen out of routine over the years. I've fallen out of routine, and I promise you, it's just as hard to get back on. And I tell myself, just get through this day, just get through this day. And once you get through a few, then you start to want it. But it's just getting over that initial hurdle. Like I used to have to pack me a bag, leave it in the car. When I leave this office, I'm not going nowhere else but directly to the gym. I don't care if I spend 15, 20
Yep.
minutes. But once you start to build that momentum, then you start to want it. But if you fall out of routine, I don't think it's easy for a lot of people. I mean,
Whew, it's hard.
yeah, I've fallen out of routine a few times over the years.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take all day. Like, guys, you don't got to spend an hour in the gym. You
Mm-hmm.
could do a 30-minute hit session and be done for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yep. So how about this? I'm gonna drop our email because if it's anybody watching this got some ideas or some comments about how you dealing with life is life and stress, give it to us because maybe we missed something.
Yes.
I want some ideas, positive stuff. Don't be telling me to try to green powder. I want
Doing none of that
ooh,
old stuff we used to do.
that part. That part. Y'all ready to get from the group chat?
From the
From the
group
group
chat. From
chat.
the group
From the
chat.
group chat.
All right.
What we got?
So From the group chat is where we take a listener letter or message from a listener who needs some advice. They might be in a little sticky situation. So let's get right into it.
Period.
Hey, ladies, I realized that my biggest struggle is overthinking everything.
Hmm.
When I'm stressed, I'll replay conversations in my head,
Mm.
imagine the worst outcome, uh, can't fall asleep, the whole 9 yards. I tried deep breathing, but it only helps for a minute. How can I stop getting stuck in my own head and actually relax when life feels heavy?
Oh,
Was that one of my messages I sent you?
I'm about to
Ooh.
say. I'm about to say, is this a potential? Is this a consultation?
I know, right? Look, when I read it, I was like, wow, that's so different than what we usually get. But it was so on key with like the topic, coping
Right.
skills, that
Right.
I had to read it because I feel like so many people can relate to this.
Yeah.
I have been through being an overthinker, did not stay there long. It is not a good place to be. So, first, thank you for being honest and
Yeah.
vulnerable. And let's see. I would say, first and foremost, when we overthink, it's like our brain trying to protect us, honestly. Like you're trying to solve a lot of problems that you have no control over. And it's like a defense mechanism. But you have to stop. You have to release, first and foremost, everything you have no control over. The scenarios are often made up. They're not even real because it's a lot of what if this and what if that.
Mm-hmm.
Those are not real situations in real time. So, my advice would be if you can't control it, release it.
Mm.
Point blank, period.
Mhm.
You have no control over it, let it go. What you do have control over, focus on that only.
Go ahead, Doctor Honorary Doctor Hasina.
You
Go
know what
ahead.
I'm saying?
Let's
You better.
let's let the actual doctors
You
give
better.
you a little bit of
You
advice,
better.
but that's my take on overthinkers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just jump in real fast because I could talk about this for hours. So I'm only gonna give a quick snippet, but I'm big into mindfulness. And you really hit it on the head when you said it's not happening in real time. So if you keep this little mindfulness math, when you think about the past, 90% is regret, 10% fond memories. When you think about the future, 90% is worry, 10% is planning. So how do you figure out how to stay in the present time? Grounding techniques. So
Yep.
not to say too much, but I love like mindfulness apps. There's one called like
Mhm.
Balance, for example,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you can create a
yep,
plan either if you need to stay focused, if you need to relax, but it can send you, reminders to your phone. But if
yep.
if you could train your brain how to stay present in the moment, because usually our anxiety is kicking up about something that's not even happening in real time. If you overthinking something, it's not even happening while you standing
It's
here,
not real.
you
Mhm.
know.
It's not real.
Yep.
uh,
Yep.
Look into
Yep.
mindfulness grounding strategies, apps,
I love
and
that.
and try to focus on staying in the moment because yeah, it's
Mhm.
something that we can't change and we can't control.
Woo.
But
Really.
what
Mhm.
about
I
you?
love
Come
that.
on, Doc.
Dr.
Come
Newton,
on,
what you
Doc.
got?
Listen, so both of those are great things. Even when you said overthinking is a form of mental control, it is because our brain is trying to think our way to safety, right?
Yeah.
That's a
Yep.
normally usually what we're trying to do. Okay, how can I get to this or create a scenario that keeps me safe? So you either
Yes.
find yourself ruminating in the past, like Dr. Love said, or you're obsessing over the future. And
Yes.
so I would say, like, start saying to yourself, like, look, I'm trying to gain clarity, not control. Seek
Mm-hmm.
clarity instead of control.
I like
And
that. I'm gonna write
understanding
that
that
down.
when we overthink, we're trying to figure out how to we find ourselves in this like what if spiral. What if this happens? What if this happens? Like Dr. Love said, it's not even in real time yet. You
Right.
know, this is not even happening right now. I
Mm.
know that this person mentioned that deep breathing did not work for them, but try walking without your phone.
Yeah.
Try grounding yourself. There's this activity of, the five things, five senses, five things you can see, four things you can feel, three things
Yeah.
you hear,
Exactly.
two you smell, and one thing that you can taste.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not bad breath. But
Hopefully,
uh
hopefully you don't
you know,
take
we gotta
sugar.
add some light to this. But yeah, like
I
start
love
with
that.
that. There's also this activity you mentioned, releasing, Mimi. This activity that I do, it's called Leaves on the Stream. Not to get too therapeutic, but start writing that thing out. Write down the things or
Yeah.
that you are trying to control. Put them on that leaf. Put them in the stream, and let them go on.
I
Mm-hmm.
love that.
Yeah.
And Dr. Niche, you mentioned the spiral. And I just want to say this, and this is for the listener letter, but it's also for all of our supporters. The spiral goes both ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a downward spiral. What if you go up the spiral?
Mm-hmm.
Just like things can go bad, they can go good. So put
Mm-hmm.
some thought towards the best outcome,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
not just the worst. The spiral goes both ways.
There you
I
go.
love it.
A little cognitive restructuring.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody wanted a consultation. Tell them it's a fee. You know, I'm just kidding.
Look,
Yeah.
we got two doctors on the panel. I
Hey,
mean, what you
No,
want
it's
to
just
I'm
a
do?
licensed in Illinois, Georgia, Nevada. I don't know if this listener is
Clock
wait.
located
You
in
say
those
it.
what that
states.
at?
But if you need a
Clock
therapist
it.
and you live in one of those states, let me know. Love, where you licensed that, boo?
Look at her. She said, I
Shoot.
got openings. Well, I'm licensed in Illinois, Nevada, California, and Florida, pending Arizona. So, if you want
What?
states,
I'm so blessed. I am, this don't have nothing to do with nothing, but I am just gonna say this because I got free will. It is such a blessing and an honor to be friends with you ladies because that wealth of knowledge and wisdom and that expertise, it has done nothing but spill over into me all these years. And I'm grateful. I do not take it for granted. And I'm thankful to be sitting on this panel with y'all. I really am.
likewise. See, I should have loaded some more videos. People don't know. We used to all be in the same office together, baby. Probably the only few of the very few women of color, and was holding it down, doing that thing. Las Vegas working
Yes.
mental health, behavioral health. I
Yes, we
mean,
did that.
we
Yes.
held it down and we had a good time.
We sure did. So did. I'm
I
grateful for
love
you ladies as well. Cause like, look, this is our friendship is one that has, withstood this test of time. Okay.
yes. No, for
So I'm getting
real.
We've had
ready.
some challenges. We've had some
It's
challenges.
true. It's
But
true.
one of the things is that we use our coping skills to make sure that we
Yes.
continue to foster a relationship that allows us to sit and record this podcast for you all.
That's true.
Period.
So coping skills is a part of everything that we do, healthy ones. Now,
Yeah.
That part.
I
And
ain't
we
gonna
hold each
lie.
other accountable. Like we
Mhm.
hold each other accountable. Bitch slipping, we gonna
Yeah,
say something.
Mhm.
Like
I'm
we
trying
not
to
just
tell
gonna
you.
sit back, and let it fly.
Period.
No, it's
Yeah,
brought to the table and it's handled like adults. And I think that's a coping skill that the people need to add. Hold people accountable.
yeah,
Don't just be
yeah,
letting shit slide.
Uh-oh. You
yeah.
know what? That sounds like a pull-up challenge.
Oh,
Oop,
let's get into
yeah,
I'm I'm just saying
for
while we here.
sure.
While we
It's
here.
a pull up. It's
It
a
it.
pull
pull up.
up. So, I feel like, to your point, to your both you ladies' points, like I feel like if anybody's willing, they're willing to send us an email about how they did this pull-up challenge. Um, it's along the lines of accountability.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
so I think that we should be accountable to ourselves as well as
Yes.
to others. And we talking about coping strategies. So if you feel like you either need some new strategies or there's one you've been meaning to incorporate that you have not been intentional about. And I ain't talking about
Hmm.
nobody in particular, okay? Because I'm about to talk about myself. That's gonna be the challenge. So
Yeah.
if you've been saying, man, I'm finna get in that gym 3 times a week. If you've been saying, man, I'm finna cut back on the sugar. So I'm gonna tell you, like, my challenge. I went and got a physical, and speaking of overthinking, my man, he was like, I know you're gonna be thinking about this. I'm like, no, I'm not. But they told me my sugar levels was okay, but they could be better. And I was blue. Now that week I did have like cookies and cinnabons. I mean, everything was tasting so
Oh,
good that
see.
week. So it could have been that week. But then it had me thinking, like, are you serious, G? Like, yo, and my grandmother had diabetes. She passed in her 60s. So now I'm like, but one of my challenges for
Plan.
myself, yeah, I'm like, as far as a coping strategy, it cannot be cookies and Cinnabons. Like,
That's real. No, for real, it can't.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
I can't do that. So the challenge is, if you have like a coping strategy you've been meaning to implement, let's see about getting intentional this week. Okay?
Yeah.
And if you need some new ones or you got some ideas, hit us up.
Or if you
Yes.
need an accountability partner,
That too.
because if you shoot that email, I'm gonna be on your head.
Ooh,
you
let me
you
put it
hear
up
me?
one more time.
It's free the hard way podcast at gmail.com.
.com.
Period.
Can I say this also, ladies?
Mm-hmm.
Mimi, I appreciate you going through the emails and the DMs and then bringing them to the show each week.
Yeah.
Love these pull up challenges, baby. You been having me
She
over
don't
here
give up.
working, okay?
She don't give
You've
up
been
at
on
all.
my head.
We got
I've been working. I appreciate them both. So I definitely want to say thank you to you two ladies because y'all, whew, thank
And
you.
thank
That's
you
all
to
I
you,
say.
our tech genius. Like, let it not go without being said. Okay, we be struggling on this thing sometimes.
that for sure. But listen, we said we was gonna do a episode one of these days where we recap like all the pull ups and see like who's
Yes,
really working. So we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to
Yeah.
absolutely.
that. So let
But
me
this
Oh,
was great. I love it.
yeah, I was gonna say let me throw up just in case anybody wondering.
yeah.
Yes. Subscribe. It's Three the Hard Way podcast on YouTube. We only need 20 more subscribers to go live. We just waiting on you. We waiting on you to
Yeah.
hit that button. What's
Tell your
up?
cousins and your friends.
You know what, y'all? I'm claiming that they going this episode is gonna bring us more than that 22. Baby,
You right.
we are going to exceed the 22. Although
You
22
right
is a
about
great
it.
number. 22 is a great number.
22.
Those who know, know. But
For those who don't know, you hilarious.
Listen, I want to thank everybody for rocking out with us. Thank you for listening today. If something you heard today made you feel seen, if it just hit home for you, then do us a favor.
listen,
Tell a
don't
friend
keep
to tell a friend, okay?
period. Don't keep
Right.
this podcast to yourself, okay? We are a no gatekeeping podcast. So if you know that this episode is going to help someone else, if it
Yeah.
helped you, let us know. Tag us, message us, send us an email. We are waiting to hear from you.
Yes.
Yes.
And the last thing I want to say is make sure when you go to YouTube, put that at symbol in the front so you can find
Yeah.
us and not know other people that's talking about something else.
Us.
So put that at in the front. Until then,
All right.
we'll
Until
see
next time.
we'll see y'all.
Bye, y'all.
See ya.
Okay.
See ya.
Okay, that was good.